Alrighty guys, welcome to another Workshop Wednesday with me, Lawler. I got an exciting one for you guys. We got some Grand Champ 2s, something we don't do too much, with ToWumbo. If you guys don't know ToWumbo is a long-time supporter of the Rocket League scene. He used to be a mod for Low 5 when Low 5 streamed from Take 3 and Mock It way back. It used to be his duo partner long time ago. At least that's now how I know Wumbo. He's also a pretty high-level player. Because of that, we get to see him play against GarrettG and Dappur. Should be an exciting one. So, I know, guys, it's a YouTube video. Leave me alone. This is live on Twitch. If you guys ever want to come watch, we do these live on Twitch every Wednesday. Description down below. But come hang out with us and maybe get your replays reviewed. All you have to do is pay $5. Pretty easy. All right, let's do this. Wumbo, don't mess up, man. We're all here judging you, man. All right. That was a very slow challenge. So, two problems. Number one, is this not the default octane? This is the, what is it, ZRT or whatever it's called? I forget what this octane is. It's not the default one. I have a problem with it. Yeah, the ZSR. Thank you, chat. The ZSR. I hate this octane. It looks like a frog and it's super wide. I don't like it. It's just personal preference. There's nothing wrong with it. So, misses the boost. Doesn't matter. Gets still into position. Jumping forward here is probably a little bit scary. So you get the boost here. Ideally, you want to sit somewhere in this area, because it allows you to, if he takes a shot, you can still react to it and get speed and air into it. If you're not going to challenge it, then you need to be a little bit further back. Because if you're too close, going up for it directly is going to be difficult, especially with the mechanics that these guys have. Got to respect that. The other thing is, so you don't go up here, which is fine. Dappur, you heard, use his second jump there. You need to challenge that because Garrett's going to come flying through and shoot it if you don't. Not going for that is kind of dangerous. You wait way too long to challenge this. He doesn't end up getting a goal, though. Great counterattack. Really good counterattack. They commit too. Again, a little bit slow to the ball. So, he does something a little bit different here that some of you guys might not do. A lot of people here will just rotate and go for boost. Or cheat up very heavily. This is a very passive cheat. When you're playing against people that are at a higher level, you don't necessarily want to commit to the game because you're just unsure of what happens. It's a level of respect that Wumbo is showing. It's actually really smart. He's playing this cheat up a little bit more passive. He's going for the boost so he has more time to basically react. And the spacing that he gives between himself and the ball just enables a little bit more reaction time, as well as you're not committing anything too hard, because if that pinch goes the wrong way, it could be troublesome. So you see it a little bit more in high-level play. Lets the play to develop. That hesitation there works out, but you got to commit to it right after. As soon as you don't go for this, and he misses, you got to go all in on that. Good save by D-Train. Going for the boost even though he's landing on it. Don't want to do that. Keep getting the small boost pads. Good. Try to get underneath that. So here. Dappur's facing the wrong way. Garrett's trying to recover. If you're going to get under this, ideally, you want it to land here. So you have to hit it about here. You need to hit it as far over to this side so it doesn't pop out this way. You need it to pop this way. If you don't jump into this and you just get underneath it and loft it and get kind of a pop-up, I'll show you here in a sec. So you're driving into it good. Instead of jumping here, obviously you got to watch out for Dappur because he'll probably demo you if you do. But if instead of jumping, you come underneath and you meet it here and you just pop it and it goes this way, it's going to launch a little bit more and D-Train should be able to cut and go in. But by jumping, you do block off Dappur, which is good. It just doesn't really go anywhere. Rotate wide, get out of the line of path. So we talk a lot about rotating out. So because they're all going this way, none of this boost is going to be his for taking. So he needs to rotate to back post to support this play. The difficulty, though, is they're both in a really rough spot with the possession. And a way to deny the play from developing in the first place is by sticking close to the play. This is a very situational thing. There's a lot of times when I do not recommend rotating back with the player. But in this circumstance, based upon where they are, he needs to stay close to apply pressure so Garrett doesn't get a free possession. Because boost is relatively small right now for everybody. D-Train has a lot of options by him doing this. So he can rotate around, get in a better position, do whatever he has to. But by him sticking close, that limits the capabilities of what Garrett has the ability to do. So I normally do not recommend this. But if you have a teammate that can understand what you're trying to do, it makes a huge difference and actually works out. So stays close initially, then backs off, gets boost. Pass up to the teammate who stays up. It's good. Resets the field of play. Good. Double commit. I wish he wouldn't have gone for that. So D-Train plays this kind of weird. If he would actually play this out and kind of roll it back to you and set it like here, that's a good shot on target. But by him popping this back up, him going backwards into it just hits it way too light off that backboard. It makes it too easy to save for the 2 in net. He needs to allow you to take this. You're in the right spot, though. Going for it. I'm indifferent on. You can either go for it or you don't. Doesn't matter either way. Wumbo, I just recommend you play faster so far. I know you can. You guys could really, maintain control of this game if you played faster. Because right now, Garrett and Dappur are playing relatively slow in this scheme of things. That's not a challenge for you. You rolled out of it, so you know. He should leave that for you. Soft touch, play back, good pass, well done. And that should be a goal. It is. Missed the shot, but follow-ups there. Good. So, that he should never touch. So, like here, he sees you. I don't care what he's doing. He sees you coming in. You have an easy line of attack to go for a double touch off the backboard. You can put a power shot. You probably won't. You probably dribble and then flick it or play it off backboard, and then he can support that. But by him touching this, he screws you over. Puts in a really awkward spot. You handle it well, though. Play it wall. You get a touch to pop it off the wall. So this touch here is really crucial. So he's going to wrap around and get underneath it in the back, and he's not going to jump into it. He's not going to hit it really hard. He's just going to barely touch it so it pops off the wall, which allows him then to get another touch back towards his teammate. He's trying to put it away from the net because these guys are there. He needs to create separation between him and the ball so his teammate can get to it first. Really good touches in a row. One here, and then another to play back. He actually draws out a defender for it too. Just D-Train's a little bit too far back. Works out anyway, though. Challenge you need to be a little bit square on. This one's weird, man. So in moments like this, you're what I kind of put, what we say, like as casters, we call it no man's land, where you're not close enough to challenge the ball and you're too far away to do anything significant. Like you're just going to let him have possession. So for me, you need to be at least in this area. Let's see where this develops from. So you cut in, which is fine. But you start to back off here because you see the touch coming out. You can continue to still go because his touch is only going to go over here. So either you back off and cut it off here, or you back off and let him take his possession. You do a weird in between. If you meet that a little bit sooner, you'll win that challenge. Fortunately, your teammate doesn't make the save. That pinches out mid too. That kind of set it up really well for them. So here, you decide to back off a little bit, which gives Dappur more time. That's the big reason of it, is by you going laterally and going horizontally instead of going in a direct approach. That's a little bit extra, just a couple seconds for Dapper. And then as soon as you see it possibly going to the wall, now you turn in. And you stop boosting too. You're not going supersonic right now. Like by you not going supersonic through this entire thing, that enables Dapper an extra couple seconds to get a better touch on this. And then your challenge is a little bit too far to the left. Because I think you think he's going to play at wall. Yeah. It looks like he wants to play it to the wall. And you cut that angle off, which is fine. But it ends up getting lucky on that pinch. So the angle when he did challenge was the right idea. You're trying to cut it off from him playing outside. But it pinches into the middle. And Garrett's nuts. So of course he scores those. Dapper missed it. You got lucky. Leave that corner boost for your teammate. This is kind of weird because you don't go for this right away. Like, I know you can go for these faster. Like, as soon as you see that ball there, you should be up for it. Luckily, Garrett is in a weird position. Like, Garrett's coming across to make that save. Shouldn't challenge that. That's not your hit. No matter which way you hit this, it's going to kill here. It's going to land in the midfield, which just sets up his teammate behind him. Yes, it stops the initial possession, but you should allow your teammate to come in a challenge at a direct approach, and then you sweep in and take it. You're challenging backwards. You don't want to do that. Because you can hear your teammate's boost or your teammate's car behind you. Get for that as quickly as possible. Still the right idea. Forces Garrett to make a touch. Play it out. Good touch to play a wall to yourself. Now let's see what you do with the air dribble. No boost, so he launches it. That's fine. If he keeps that close, it doesn't do anything. It just kind of leaves him as a floating. So to kind of explain what I mean. If he comes off the wall with this and he carries it, he's got 7 boosts to make an air dribble happen. It's not going to go well. So he just launches it downfield. The benefit of that is he can then boost down and get out. If he carries this, he's just floating behind the ball and he's not going to do anything significant. He's going to land over here and now he's out of position as he rotates out. So by doing that, he gets and recovers faster. Allows him to get back into the play. Probably would have went for the boost first though, so you can support D-Train faster on this. Good. You know you're not going to get to that first. You back off. You take the wall and pinch it out. Good. That's what I was talking about with J Boog in the last replay we did. Don't turn on that. Good touch. Watch out for Garrett. You guys should get a goal off this. Great touch, man. That's a really pretty shot. So this one's a tough one to hit too, and the reason why the air roll is important. So this touch is actually really far away from Wumbo. The trajectory is towards the net, but it's super slight. And he's going to come up across this way, which should, in theory, if you hit it, put it into that corner, which he doesn't want to do. You want to put it towards the net and towards the target. So the way he does that, and we're going to slow this down so you guys can see it, is when he comes up across, right? He's going vertical, but he's backwards, right? Notice how his wheels are facing this way. By hitting it with the nose of the car and the top side, it's going to put more of a direct power on it, and you're going to see him slightly lean towards the auto, like the ball's already trajectory-wise moving towards the net. He just needs to further exemplify that. So by him leaning backwards into it, it's going to add that a little bit extra power, which puts it and continues it to go on target. Because this ball is actually a little bit right of the midfield, I'm pretty sure. Let's take a look. Yeah, so this ball is a little bit to the right of the midfield based upon where it is. So no matter how Wumbo hits this, and you can see it better from this angle, look how square his car is to the ball, right? He's moving at a point where if he hits this, it's going to go at a pathway when he makes a connection like this. It's not going to be significant enough to go off course. It's still going to be put on target. And because the ball is roughly here, he should still be able to hit it far post. So let's watch this from D-Train's angle. Okay. So it's coming across, He's starting to lean back. So now that he's leaning back, that's putting it on target for this area. And he's starting to apply power with it with the boost. So he's going to hit it roughly in this area, which is directly square on the ball, and should put it over here. See where he hits that? He hits that perfectly square, right in the middle of the ball. Doesn't hit it on the side. If he hits it here, it's going to go over here. If he hits it here, it's going to center out and probably land over here. Hits it right in the middle and sends it right on target. That's a perfect shot. Really well placed, ToWumbo. That's really clean. Super technical to do. Well done. Well done. Oh, that should be a goal, man. Oof. Goes for the dish. Good job on that. So, decision making on this one for you guys. Most players would try to play this and then play it back out. Garrett's already challenging. He decides to jump off and cancel that and go for the challenge, so the ball lands here. Denies the clear. Well done. Smart play. Uh-oh. Pros, I tell you, man. This is what sucks about pros. Look how close Dapper and Garrett are to each other. Right? The amount of options they have with this is disgusting. This player's completely removed the play. D-Train's no longer in this play. It is literally 1v2. You got him versus these two, which is a scary part to be across from. So Dapper plays it up to Garrett. Garrett now can launch this at the target and go for a double. He can play it back down to Dapper. He can do whatever he wants because of how close they are to the ball. They know they're going to be able to maintain possession the whole way down the field. And they do exactly that. Garrett goes up the wall. Instead of clearing it and smashing it towards the net, he lays it up. He corrects himself in air. So as soon as that ball develops, and this is why flip resets and stuff like that aren't as detrimental as they used to be, is as soon as this play develops, Wumbo knows I have to challenge this in order to, one, cut off this angle and make it so D-Train can get back. And he does. But because pros are stupid and really good at the game, Garrett's actually not even going for this ball. Notice how Dapper's already in the air. Instantaneous. He jumps up. And now the trajectory of the ball that is technically going towards where Wumbo is now going to go right past him because Dapper's going to meet this about here and play it right on past. Completely different pathway. Path is technically going this way. Dapper's going to hit it, so it goes this way. Wumbo's not even going to get close to it. Wait for it. If this actually lines up perfectly with my angles, I'm a god. Chat, I am insane. I'm insane. Look how good I am at angles. Geometry, boys. I'm nuts. $200 IQ, boys. $200 IQ. That's scary. Good follow though. Get downfield. Okay, so curious to see. Okay, so D-Train was getting bumped by Dapper. So he plays this up. He wanted to carry it up, but he has to play mid. The follow-up is good because it cuts off the angle. D-Train, it looks like, was getting pressured by Dapper from what we can tell, because we're only going based on what we see from his perspective, right? So after that happens, D-Train is already in the air with this, which creates a problem because I don't think he has much boost. So it hits soft. Rather than Wumbo moving downfield for a pass, which normally would happen if you got a better clear, he has to rotate back and play defense. Unfortunately, doesn't get the touch. That slight hesitation, that was super smart. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So let's touch here. Wumbo could come in and just boom this downfield, but Garrett's going to rotate and snipe it. Instead, he does a subtle little hesitation here, and then he keeps going with it. That's enough to force Garrett back off. In the last replay? No. 2 replays ago that we did, we talked about maintaining possession and keeping the ball as close to your car as possible to force a challenge and to buy time for your team. That's exactly what Wumbo is doing here. You're going to see a slight hesitation. I'm going to try to play this at full speed and see if I can point it out. And that forces Garrett to now back off and give him a little bit of extra space. Slight hesitation there. That little hiccup here. Right now. That little pause is enough to get a little bit of space between him and Garrett. And that's all I needed. Now they're out of boost, though. And that's dangerous. Yeah, no boost. So it buys them time, but when there's no boost pads picked up on the way back, not much you can do. So one difficult thing. Biggest thing you'll notice if you ever play against pros is you never have boost. It's so frustrating. You should be able to get this. Response. Garrett's there. Is that actually in? Oh. Smart play by Dappur, too. I know I'm supposed to be focusing on Wumbo, but Dappur, based upon the way he's going, he's on the left side of the ball. Most people think he's going to go this way. He's actually going to play it back around and maintain possession. He creates, again, by going the other way, by going this way, creates separation between him and the opponent, which allows him to bring it upfield. It's a really smart play. Look at all this space he has now. There's nothing the other team can do about it. Boost denied the whole way down. Smart. This is dangerous. I like the fact that you had D-Train follow this out rather than you. Even though you could have got to this first after this play happens. You let him maintain his possession. In moments like this, like there's a lot of uncertainty what's going to happen. You guys are giving away possession. Garrett's going to trap this and do what he wants with it. And because of that, I don't want to commit too hard because I feel like it's just going to remove me from the play. And because of that, you can basically force your teammate to do that instead. And you can just take that backwards, more passive approach and survey what's about to happen. So I like your decision here to move back. You guys got to find a way, though, to stop these guys from getting consecutive touches. Play that corner. Yep. Follow up yourself. Ah. Doesn't matter. Beauty of a shot, though, man. So he plays corner to himself past Dappur. Gets another touch immediately. A little bit underneath it, but it doesn't matter. You got lucky on that bounce, but shot was the right idea. Could be a little bit better on that shot, hit a little bit more square, but I get you're trying to get it past Garrett. One for boost this time. Okay. Oh, shit. That's scary. That's really scary. Oh, he messed up. Let's see what you do with this. You got space. Trying to get a flick, but no boost. And now you are a human roadblock. Got it. That's a goal. Please tell me to double this. So stupid. Any small mistake you make, they will capitalize on. That touch from D-Train is actually really bad. He's centering it to the other team. So as soon as you don't get this flick, right? By you bumping Dappur there, D-Train will win this no matter what. He has two options. Demo Garrett, then go for the ball, or go for the ball. He decides to go for the ball, which is right. But as soon as he touches this into the corner, he's just throwing away possession again. You're not positioned to help. You've got now two players committed in this area, and you have no boost. This is not his fault. This is not ToWumbo's fault in any way, shape, or form. You immediately try to retreat back. You get a couple boost pads. You miss one. That's probably the only thing you could have done better if I'm being nitpicky, is rather than trying to flip back, use your boost to get these boost pads and get some momentum going, and then try to aerial and just jump up and try to make a save. Just a quick counterattack, though. Not much you can do, man. D-Train pretty much just threw that game for you guys. That sucks. Alright, we go to overtime. Let's see how you guys play it. He's going to go for the kickoff. You're going to play it passive, I assume. Yep. You know Dappur's going to win that pop, so you get boost instead. Good choice. Good demo as well. Removes pressure. Let's see if you guys alleviate anything with it. Nope. Uh-oh. Okay. You go for another demo. Oh, he gets the bump, you savage. Oh my god. Alright, this whole last couple bit is kind of ridiculous. You guys should have lost this and you know it. Alright, so Pinch comes out, plays passive. Garrett's going for boost. You go for a soft... You want to soft touch this. So what Wumbo's trying to do here, if you guys don't see it, is he's trying to slow this up and set himself up for a pass. So ideally what he wants to do is follow this trajectory and go about here and have the ball pop up and kind of self-set to here. And then go for an aerial and try to play it here. That's what he's trying to do. That doesn't happen because it catches a bounce and goes a little bit too far. And either Wumbo goes up for this immediately, the difficulty with only 10 boost, he's probably not going to be able to get to that height. So he recognizes Dappur's going to get, so he just gets boost and goes out. I think you go this way. So let's play smart. Making the decision to get the boost instead, right? Turn around to help support. You have 100 boost, so following it's not the worst thing. You're probably better off cutting across, though, and trying to get far post. So D-Train can come in and support. But I get wanting to stay close and minimize, but ideally your trajectory should go this way. You end up chasing, you get a demo, works out. Because of that demo, D-Train now has the ability to maintain possession and play it slow. He ends up not doing that. Luckily for you, Garrett's touch pops out to you and you can clear it. You miss. This now changes everything. Two players who were retreating are now going on full attack mode because they see an opportunity. D-Train has to retreat back. You also have to retreat back. You still have 50 boost, so it works out. He gets his 50-50. You slow it down, play it outside. And you get a flick past Dappur. Or was it Garrett? I think it was Garrett. Yeah, you get a flick past Garrett. It ends up bouncing to the outside rather than remaining neutral and staying in front of the target. Okay. You deny boost again from Dappur, who just expended probably about 35-ish to get to that boost. So that's a huge trade that you just won. And you decide to play inside. You go to support your teammate. I like the play, right? He cuts back. He wants to give a passing lane to D-Train. He realizes D-Train's one possession and has it, so immediately turns back and goes for Dappur. Dappur has to stop to get in a position to get a bump, but you're already there. You bump him out of the play, and we see the rest develop. You guys win. Well done. Well done. The only thing, Wumbo, I know you can play faster. I've seen it. I just saw it there. When you play faster, it forces the other team to react to you rather than you reacting to them. Because when you enable Garrett and Dappur to make those touches, you guys look in trouble. And you can minimize those by keeping the ball close and by touching the ball first, which I know you can do. So when you play faster, I think you look better. But I like the passive approach on the kickoffs. It's a really good way to neutralize the offensive power of Dappur and Garrett. So well played. Well played. Really well done.